In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, this is Dunny from Booredatwork.com, and I will be doing a review of the myTouch 3G slide. So let's go ahead and power the device. Now you turn it on, you notice the HTC influence in the UI. You can see your voicemail once you go to your lock screen, and the slide when you slide the bar down, actually unlocks your screen. Very similar to your HTC styled or Android phones. So let's slide that down. You have 5 home screens. The home screens are denoted with a kind of bar on top. You can also just hit the home button, and that will give you the 5 home screens. You can actually just select each one, go from 1 to 1. So I can just select one and I move into that home screen. Now let's check out the Android version we have first. So we hit menu, go to settings. You can see it's very similar to the HTC SenseUI styled settings. So we'll go to about phone, software information. You can see it's Android 2.1 update 1. And yeah, so let's head out. Now, what makes this different from other Android devices? A couple of things that HTC has worked on to give this phone a different feel. So for instance, the first thing, when you bring down the menu bar, you can see clearly on top it shows you your recent. So these are the recent applications that I have been through, and I can easily access them immediately. Another thing that's also different is the voicemail. Now, T-Mobile went through the whole process of changing out, doing a beta software test on the voicemail system, and they've applied some of that to this here. So if I hit voicemail, it brings up this voicemail prompt where I can easily access speaker, I can end call, I can actually dial from here, or I can actually go to my recent and other calls. So I'll end that call. Now, again, like I said, there are a few differences here. Other thing you note immediately is that your icons have this kind of bubble wrap around them. This is T-Mobile's way of just, making it simpler to identify and look at your icons and, make things a little different. So it's just a different feel from T-Mobile. Now, of course, you notice this phone doesn't have a call button like your G1, which you think this is the successor to the G1. But what this does have is has a call button on the touch screen, and of course, this is actually a My Fave button, not a contact button. And the buttons here are actually not touch sensitive. They're actually physical buttons below there, which I am not too fond of because they kind of look like touch sensitive buttons. So you just usually tap them lightly and they don't actually function that way, and you actually have to press them down like a regular button. Now, going through My Modes. My Modes is a way of you basically personalizing your phone to change the modes. For instance, you can change your mode as in theme from mode for work, mode for fun, parties, or whatever you want to. You can all set that all up that way with your wallpaper, sound, appearances, and things like that. You can also change your themes. They have preset themes you can change through, and you can cycle through a bunch of them to change themes, of course. I mean, by the way, you can also change your wallpaper in different ways. Now, just a quick example of how my mode looks like. I just threw up a widget for the a mode widget. So if I click on that, I can choose the mode away or home. So right now I'm home. If I hit away and hit done, you see it changes the widget immediately. I mean the whole home screen. Have a different home screen, different things. Now, this I might have agenda for work, appointments, my mail, and so on and so forth. Now, if I hit away again, I can hit home and switch back, and I'm back to my whole regular casual interface here. Now, it just takes a second usually, and you can scroll through. Now, let's look at the dialer, how different the dialer, is from other Android devices or the T-Mobile Android devices. So hitting the dialer there, you can see it already shows you your last call on the top, which is the voicemail. I actually add that immediately if I want to, or save it existing screen. So I go back. I don't want to do that. Now the dialer has something called smart dialing, so I can actually dial a number. Or say for instance I'm trying to dial a friend. I can't remember the friend's number. I can just punch it in, and it gives you a bunch of contacts. It actually searches with the number and name. So basically, I typed in 58, which is technically J and JKLTUV, and it gives you number of combinations that you have within your phone and your SIM card. So I can pick through a bunch of individuals and scroll through the top here, and I can actually select and try and find my friend's number there, which is very nice. It's very cool way of doing things. You can also go to your contact list by hitting that button, and then you can go to your faves if you have any faves added, which it's really not a feature that most people use anymore, I think. You can also check out your online directories, Facebook, Flickr, Twitter, and all the directories you have linked, as well as your call history here. So it's very, dial is very simple, easy to use. Not nothing too strenuous. Another new feature is the friend stream. Friend stream is a way of updating all your Facebook, Twitter, online social network sites through just one medium. Now you can throw up the widget on your homepage, very easy, and you can go to select which ones you want to update, Facebook and Twitter together. So I say done, and I can post something and update it directly. And mind you, this does have swipe keyboards. That's another thing to note. So I can go. Now I did that wrong. I was trying to swipe bored at work. Done. I don't know if you guys can see that clearly, but I swiped bored work in there. Now swipe keyboard, of course, you know how it is, how it functions. Pretty nice. It's pretty good they have that, and I can share that on all my networks, into Facebook and my Twitter. Updated successfully. So yeah, it's very easy to use that. Now accessing the tray, I can go through and you can see all the different icons. Now this doesn't have the rotary feel like Android 2.1 usually does, but you can see it has a very different but very nice feel to it. Again, the phone runs very smooth. The applications run very smoothly. Scrolling, you can see, is very fast. So it's a very nice, cool little app to use. Now the two things that are very particular with the myTouch myTouch 3G slide. First of all, it's a QWERTY slide out keyboard. Let's go to the home screen. I do fancy the keyboard very well. It's a bit spaced out, but I can say that you get used to it pretty well. It's easy to use. For someone like me who likes keyboards, this is great. I like the fact that the buttons are raised. While raised, you can actually see the spacing. So get into each button, you know where each button is, things like that. So it's actually very nice. I do like the keyboard feel. Again, this is a HTC keyboard, and they do make very good slide out keyboards, so it's a very good thing. There is the Genius button, which you press down, and I can say find target. So it does work, but it can be a little nuisance. Now I did a couple of times, it could find target earlier, but this time it doesn't. So usually what it does is if you do a find or search for find business with the Genius, the find will go through Google Maps, the search will go through your web browser, send of course is mail, and of course that's your call. So those are the options, and that's how it is. It does take some getting used to, and I would say it has worked well in my use. It's just not working well right now for me. So that's the Genius button. Another Genius feature is actually the Genius Music, which is a streaming music service by T-Mobile that it kind of gives you just the latest, newest music out there. Allows you to listen to different streaming, music streaming. You can't save it, but it just streams the top 100 songs out there. So right now, I'm just going to turn the volume down. It's playing Black Eyed Peas. I got a feeling now. You can't save the music. You can just skip forward. So it's kind of like, it almost feels like it's satellite radio not satellite radio, internet radio like Slack or Pandora. You can skip the song, and moves up to the next, which is Kanye West Power, Bad Company, Five Finger Dead Punch, Keisha. So things like that. It does select songs, and you can Just give you a sound of how the speaker sounds like. That's coming from the speaker. So yeah, you can pause that. You can play, actually head out, and it will continue playing, as you can hear. So of course you just slide that, you can head back to it and then pause that, and you continue right there. So it's a very nice feature. I mean, if you don't know what's the latest newest song, you can actually just use that and find what songs are new. What would be nice about it is if you could actually tag the songs to download, which it doesn't let you do that. At least if you could tag that and you can purchase the songs, that would be a great feature to add to this. But it's a good start, and it's something nice to have. So yeah, it's a very nice device. It feels a little plasticky though on the side though, but does feel good. Now just to quickly look, let's take a look at the camera. I will make some camera recordings, indoors, outdoors, and that kind of stuff. This is the video. You actually can video with I believe flashlighting. You can switch easily to photo, and we can go into the settings there. And you know, this is a 5 megapixel camera, so you do have 5 megapixel resolution. Now if we head out of the settings, sorry, we can go to video and see the video settings here. Our maximum recording is 480p, but you know, it's, again, this is how your standard Android video menu looks like. But of course, you can also go back to your gallery. You can switch through a couple of pictures I took indoors at night. And of course, there's a video which I can play for you. This is an indoor video at night. So this is playing off, and this is from the camera itself. I'm just going to turn the volume down so you can take a look at that. But again, you know, it's pretty nice. It works pretty.
Okay, I'm recording indoors with the myTouch 3G slide. Daytime. You saw the nighttime recording. You can see, you know, football, soccer ball, football, Michael Jackson poster, stuff around the house, living room, that kind of fun stuff. So 30 seconds indoors with the myTouch 3G slide. This is testing of indoor recording with the myTouch 3G slide. I'm in the basement right now of the house, but this is indoors with the camera, just to show you how it looks like. You know, pretty steady, try to hold it. It is kind of hard to get a good picture frame, but this is indoors. I know, showing you a basement, not fun. Doing laundry this time of the day. It's at night, but that's 30 seconds indoors at night with the myTouch 3G slide. Again, doing outdoors with outdoor recording with myTouch 3G slide. Sunny out there. It's kind of hot today, but giving you guys a feel and look of what it looks like. What I'm standing. So there you have it, myTouch 3G slide, outdoor recording.
You know, that is a review of the myTouch 3G slide from T-Mobile. Solid device. It's a very good offering on T-Mobile network. I do like the slide-out keyboard. I think it's very solid. I love the features. I love the fact that I can use a keyboard. For me, that's just excellent. It's great. The 5 megapixel camera works very well, actually. It works well at night. Also like the fact that speakers are pretty clear, pretty good sounding speakers. Do not really like the front face buttons though. They look like they're touch sensitive buttons, but they actually have to press them in particularly well. The optical pad, not really used it much within my use of the myTouch 3G slide, but it is useful, you know. So it does work. It does work well, but I do prefer a scroll wheel. It's natural preference. So yeah, in all, this is a very good device. I do like the simplicity T-Mobile's added to this. They've done a lot of things to try and keep this simple, user-friendly, and you know, make it something that people would like to use, own, and have a better feel of. So this is Thunder from Booredatwork. Hopefully you enjoyed our review of the myTouch 3G slide. If you have any questions, any comments, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Enter all our contests, enjoy, win some prizes, whatever it is. But, again, if you have any questions, let us know. So this is Thunder from Booredatwork saying thank you and always enjoy entertainment.